Welcome to Fatter Wallet's book summaries. Today, we are cracking open the Credit Repair Kit for Dummies. Look, we're going to demystify all of it, the reports, the scores, the whole repair process. This isn't about some magic fix. It's about giving you the actual practical tools to take back control of your financial life. So let's jump right in.
Here's our game plan. First, we'll dive into why your credit score impacts way more than just getting a loan. Then we're going to pull apart a credit report so you know exactly what you're looking at. After that, we'll get you set up with a do-it-yourself repair kit, talk about how to handle debt like a pro, and finally lay out a clear path for building a seriously strong financial future.
All right, let's get into our first section, why your credit even matters. A lot of people think, oh, credit is just for getting a mortgage or a car loan, but honestly, it weaves its way into pretty much every corner of our lives today.
Now here's a question that might surprise you, but the answer is a big fat yes. Your credit history is often seen as a sort of responsibility score. And because of that, people you wouldn't expect, like potential bosses, landlords, even insurance companies, are using it to make decisions about you that have zero to do with borrowing money. And this is where it gets real. We're talking about everything from higher car insurance payments to having to put down a huge security deposit just to get your lights turned on. And of course, there are the higher interest rates on any loan you might need. The bottom line is really simple. Good credit saves you a ton of money and opens doors, while bad credit costs you money and slams them shut.
So, if you want to fix your credit, you've got to understand it first. And that brings us to the credit report itself. I know, it can seem super intimidating, but just think of it as your financial resume. It's just the facts.
Your report is basically broken down into these key parts. You've got your personal info, a list of all your accounts like credit cards and loans, and then the big one, your payment history. It also shows public records, stuff like bankruptcies, and a list of inquiries, which is just who's been peeking at your credit. It's nothing more than a record of your financial story.
Okay, now for the part you've been waiting for, how to actually do something about it. And the book is really big on this simple, low-cost, do-it-yourself approach. You absolutely do not need to pay some fancy company to do what you can easily do yourself.
It really boils down to this super simple three-step plan. Step 1, get your hands on your reports. Step 2, go through them with a fine-tooth comb looking for anything that seems off. And step 3, officially dispute any mistakes you find. Seriously, that's the core of it.
And here's the best part. This first step is 100% free. The law says you get free access to your reports from Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion every single year. Oh, and checking your own report, that's called a soft inquiry, which is just a fancy way of saying it has absolutely zero negative impact on your score. So go ahead, take a look.
All right, so once you've cleaned up any errors on your report, it's time to tackle any legitimate debt you might have. Now, this isn't about hiding, it's about being smart, engaging with collectors, and really understanding the rules of the game.
It is so important to know who you're talking to. You see, inside collectors work directly for the company you originally owed money to, so they might be a little more flexible. But outside collectors, they're third-party agencies, and they are strictly regulated by something called the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the FDCPA, which is there to protect you from being harassed.
Now, you might be scanning your report and see a term that sounds, really final, but it might not be what you think. So what on earth is a charge-off?
A charge-off basically means the creditor has said, you know what, we probably aren't getting this money back, and they've written it off as a loss for their own bookkeeping. But, and this is a huge but, it does not mean the debt disappears. You are still legally on the hook to pay it, and a collection agency can definitely still come after you for that money.
And that brings us to the final and maybe most important section, looking ahead. Repairing your credit isn't just about erasing the bad stuff. It's about actively building up the good stuff and creating a rock-solid foundation for your future. But first, a quick word of warning. When you're in a tough financial spot, it is so easy to get tempted by so-called quick fixes. Things like payday loans. They might look like a lifeline, but trust me, they can turn into an anchor real fast.
Just let this number sink in for a second. 419%. According to the book, that's a typical annual percentage rate for a simple 2-week payday loan. It's exactly how these products are designed to trap people in a cycle of debt that feels impossible to escape. As the book puts it so well, the whole concept is flawed. I mean, think about it. If you don't have the money today, how are you supposed to magically have that money plus a massive fee in just 2 weeks? It's a business model that pretty much depends on you needing another loan just to pay back the first one.
So what are the smart ways to build credit? The book lays out some really powerful strategies. A secured card where you put down a deposit that becomes your credit limit is a fantastic place to start. Or you could become an authorized user on a trusted family member's card. You can even get your on-time rent and utility payments reported now, building a positive history from bills you're already paying anyway.
And that right there is the ultimate message of all this. It's not about what happened in the past. It's about feeling empowered for the future. You have the info, you have the tools, and just like the book says, you are in the driver's seat now. You get to choose what happens next.
So, as we wrap up, I'll just leave you with this question. After seeing this whole roadmap, what is the one single first step you are going to take? Is it pulling your free credit report? Is it reviewing your budget? Whatever it is, just know that the journey starts with that one simple decision.
Thanks for joining us for this summary. We hope it gives you the knowledge you need to build a stronger financial future. From all of us here at Fatter Wallets,